All right. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? Hello, hello. Greetings. So, today, he shall continue the game. I don't know why I'm using that accent. I just slip into accents randomly. Yeah, today, D&D. Episode 63, titled Lost Goods. Um, yeah. We kind of had a little bit of a late start, so I'm gonna round them up real quick, and we're just gonna try and get this bad boy started. All right, all right. Give me a minute. Let me get them ready. Well, it's a good thing you bring that up because now is the opportunity for some recap.
I don't know if it's fair for me to do the recap because I only watched the VOD. Is it called a VOD when it's a recording on Twitch? I don't know. I watched well, I didn't watch the live stream. I watched the recording part of the stream that happened. I think it's called VODs.
We're only 3 minutes live.
I don't know if it's still called a stream if it's not live. Because I know it's called live stream. It's still a stream if it's no longer live. If so, what's the VOD part?
It's a VOD. It's a video on demand because it's accessible.
Okay, so I watched the VOD.
Yeah, you watched the VOD. You didn't watch the live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, get it right, CG. No, I'm just kidding.
I wasn't sure. Oh, I'm so tired. Ah! I've been going to bed around 9 and 10 o'clock, if I'm lucky lately, because Rain's been waking me up so early. She keeps demanding to go out and bark and go to the bathroom, and usually she does that not at those hours.
Well, back on the topic of recap, we basically made it into a new forest section and saw a ginormous pile of bones, of which I was like, yeah, that looks like a trap or something that we don't necessarily need. We should just go past it and keep up the chase and maybe make some headway. But then someone, wanted the glorb stick back, which is actually totally understandable.
No. Actually, what happened was Gnome was checking for traps, and he triggered it, so he found the trap. Remember?
It was the method of trap checking that was questionable.
Yeah, it wasn't that they were necessarily after the
effective.
stick. They were checking for traps, and Gnome started like stomping around and started climbing the bone pile. That was him checking for traps.
That's how you check for
yes.
traps.
But that was
Yeah.
initially it was proposed that maybe we just kind of go around it. But then, people were like, oh, well, we should probably just check it out. So I had started to go around to try and get a different view of what was going on up there.
And you found a trap hole.
And well, I nearly fell in a pit trap, but didn't. And then came back and was like, oh, there may be traps. I was thinking we would continue to look for traps in the direction of like around the circumference of it. And Gnome was like, I'll do that. I'll go check for traps. I have a very effective method passed down by generations of goblins, right? So that's when he goes and stomps around up to the bone pile. So hey, you know what? Direct and effective. And then we saw the glorb stick and was like, well, we should probably, because I think Price, he'd given it to you, right? You really wanted that back because it's a glorb stick. Very important. So decided to make our way up, and then giant bone pile creature and like a bone knight formed up and attacked us and tried to take us out, but we made it through. We survived almost barely, because I think Gnome got like skewered by the
you fought a giant skelly
dead
boy
knight.
and then the night guy on the horse, skelly horse.
Yeah. So but Gnome got skewered, and I gave him what little health support that I have to kind of bring him back, and then the rest of the party was able to help heal him some more, and he came back and didn't die, thankfully. And that giant bone creature, when we did defeat it, it fell down and turned into 2 more skeletons. It was just like, enough is enough. But apparently it wasn't. Yeah. So, but we defeated them. We were victorious, and
I know, it's just watching your guys' back the entire time. You guys almost got
That's
murked.
right.
It's fine.
That's right. Right? I'm sure, you were like, you were making sure that we weren't ambushed from beyond the bone
Totally
pile
what
the next way we
happened.
came. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That
It
makes
wasn't because Seiji just spent the 9 hours out dealing with life and people, and he could not handle it and passed out when they got home.
Oh, good times. Well, yeah. Did I miss anything?
I think you missed the part where you found 1 million gold in the skeleton's body.
Oh yeah, that's true. There were like all sorts of gems, and yeah.
I
all
think we
sorts of
joke about that
amazing
every session almost. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cube.
Oh, I love it.
Price got to use his lightning thing though, because there was a storm going.
Oh yeah. Yes, he did. See, you weren't even here, and you're already being super helpful with the recap.
Well, now that I know it was a VOD. Because I felt bad missing it. It's like, I do really enjoy the session and the story in it, so I do watch the VODs I watched the VODs in the 2 episodes I missed.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I thought I was permadead. Thought I rolled a 1 on my death saving throw.
Oh yeah.
But Price
Freaked
pointed
out a
out,
little
no,
bit.
that's a 2. It's just red because it's a failure.
Yep. We just went red means dead.
Yeah, they need other colors.
Yeah.
For the just the pass fail and then the crit hit, crit miss.
Give us like a yellow or something.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Orange.
Well, if red means dead, then you had your redemption.
Oh, I think Altani also saw the guy one more time taunting in a direction, or was that you confusing weeks? After the bone battle. Or no?
Yeah, we totally saw
No.
him.
This is a
And-
serious question. After the bone battle, did you see him, or was that like a week prior and I'm confusing stories?
To be completely honest, I don't remember. I would think that we maybe looked around and saw him, and then he ran off.
Yeah.
Don't remember.
And that's when we had to decide, do we continue or do we want to rest?
Oh,
right?
that was or take like a long rest or short rest. That's right.
Oh no,
And-
you were talking about taking a short rest but making it look like you were setting up for
Yes.
a long rest to try to lure
Yeah.
him in.
Yes.
That I remember. And Kaido would be okay with that idea, even though he's Mr. Grumpy Pants and lost 5 fucking weapons to this guy.
Well, if we can lure him in, then we can hopefully get them all back rather than just hopefully him, giving them back to us one at a time and hoping that we die.
Hopefully we don't die.
No, well, right. Well, I don't know if he's hoping that we die. I'm wondering if, is this some sort of, test that he's putting us through or what?
I don't know. He somehow looked familiar, but I might be confusing him from another session or something. Didn't he look like that fucking war hyena dog man that was outside the cabin when Kit and Kaido were first introduced?
Well,
they were
that
just drinking at the table, but they weren't a part of the fight because they were like, we don't care. Didn't he look like one of them? Or am I completely lost my marbles? I might have lost my marbles.
I thought I remembered him, Cube saying that it was a new person that we hadn't seen before, but
Okay. Just coincidentally then. Okay. Okay, what's up? What's first, boss? Who's playing with cardboard?
Cardboard?
I don't know. It sounds like someone's playing with cardboard. Oh, it's you.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Sorry.
I clicked over to Discord. I'm staring at it, waiting to hear it again. And when it happened,
I
you lit up.
keep doing the thing I was doing. I was like, I wonder if it's me.
It's me. I'm the drama.
Turns out it is me. I'm the problem. It's me.
I didn't say
Oh.
problem.
Speaking of problems, so what
Uh-oh.
are you doing about this whole rainy situation? And so seems like the consensus was a short rest, right?
That's going to be disguised as a long rest, as if we're like, oh, we're so sleepy, we're going to bed now. But in reality, we're going to be waiting for him to try and come back.
All right. I guess in that case, everybody can give me a deception check.
All right.
Everybody?
Well,
Man.
it sounds like you're all trying to pretend to be like, oh, we're doing this thing that we're not actually doing.
Hey!
And we
That's
already
a
start off with
natural 20
Kaido
for
getting a inspiration.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay, I got
You
one.
feel very motivated from your grazing.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't know. Someone left and came back.
There we go. So I missed the last minute or so. What
Roll
was the big
deception
thing? Oh, perfect.
to see how well we pretend and going to bed, I guess.
And are we still doing inspiration from the recap?
Not from the recap.
Or are we?
But you guys have already gotten one.
Hey, nice one, Kaido.
Yeah, apparently he's in the right mood to lie today.
All right, so you guys set up a little campy poo.
So I take it from my role, I probably went to lay down, but I'm fairly obviously lifting my head up and looking around every couple of minutes. And then fake snoring, shoo, shoo. Oh man, I'm so sleepy. Oh, shoo. Yeah, so that's what my guess is mine. Not necessarily maybe critically failing sleeping and being deceptive, but pretty bad.
So, you guys would be able to get your hour rest with no interruption.
Lovely.
go. Maybe. Kaito Discord problems. Oh, you got the RTC connecting issue. Okay. That's a Discord issue. Let's see.
Also, too, wasn't somebody looting the night and stuff before we settled down to rest? Can you guys hear me?
I don't think we did. We can do it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh my god, it's working now. That was fucking weird. As I'm typing in that other chat, I hear nothing. All of a sudden, I hear the badoop, 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 badoop of my mute button. So I'm like, oh, I can hear it again. I'm so sorry. What did I miss?
We had a short rest, uneventful, and now we're gonna go loot the creepy guys.
Let me do my short rest. Which button?
In fact, I'm gonna whisper to the group, be like, okay, we gotta pretend like we're just taking watches. So I'm gonna go on my watch, quote unquote. I'm gonna go check these guys out. So I'll be over kind of looting these guys and try and keep an eye on the camp. Or at least starting.
Okay. Oh, microphone check. Mic check. There we go.
Are we pretend sleeping on the bone pile? Or off the bone pile?
I guess wherever you guys want to sleep. Realistically, I probably would have recommended we go into the trees.
That would be a fair assessment. Have a little bit of cover. Because it is still storming, I think. Right, Gam?
It is indeed.
So, yeah.
Did you say right, Gan?
She
I
said
said
right
right,
DM.
Gam.
Oh, DM. Okay. It's like,
Yeah, Gam. You think I'm right, Gam? Yeah, I said DM. I'm sorry.
it sounds
No.
like I was the only one who didn't hear it right. So that's all right. Now I know.
It's fine.
All right. So who's doing what? That's what we need to figure out here.
Well, I think everybody's pretending to sleep unless they want to come over and loot these guys with me.
I don't see your short rest, so make sure you get that button clicked.
It said you short rested.
I see Vaults, Prices, Altani's, and then mine. Here's his. It just
Alright.
showed up. Sorry.
I mean, not everybody
I
has
would
to click the
probably
button.
go for first or second watch, depending on everyone else.
So are you trying to settle in for a long rest?
We're pretending to settle in for a long rest.
So how
But
long?
we're
So I
only
guess the
taking-
question is, how long you guys planning on being here? I guess is the
Well,
real.
we'll figure it out as we go.
All right.
We don't know yet. So okay, you guys tell me if I'm on if I've got this kind of plan in mind correctly. But my thought is we start with doing maybe even just maybe like a little, like, I don't know, half hour like shifts, quote unquote. And everybody looks like they're sleeping except for the person on guard, but everybody's actually kind of awake and paying attention. And we can each kind of go do our thing on that. But if we're going to make it look like a long rest, then we'll probably be here, I mean, for at least a few hours, unless something happens to, something. But we're hoping to lure
cause the
the
smacking to begin.
Exactly. So I figure, like, if I'm on first, watch or whatever, I'm going to go loot these guys because we didn't loot them yet while everybody else is still pretending to sleep. And then I'll go back and pretend, to change the guard, so to speak, and pretend to go to bed. And then whoever else is up can do whatever they want to do. So we still have some room for RP, but that's what we're doing. So we don't know how long we'll be here in total until things either do or don't happen.
All right. Well, that's pretty easy to expedite because nothing happens. So
Okay.
1 hour turns to.
We still want to loot these guys.
Yeah. You can give me a perception. So 1 hour, or 5 minutes turns to 30, 30 turns to an hour, nothing happens. I'll do it hour by hour. So
Okay.
then the second hour comes around and it's just as boring and nothing happening other than the storm. Actually, you know what? Somebody give me a D20. Weather effects.
Oh no.
Well, that's
Oh no.
definitely about as good as it was last time.
Oh.
I mean, it sells thunder and storm, and I mean, person uses lightning zap between these two, right? Right? Man, I felt so confident after my last 20 net roll. The dice a bit boozled me. It's fine.
We're gonna pack this on here. Start with this.
Bunk?
There.
We'll just smack the drum.
So now, as you're taking many hours of resting, which you can only do a long rest once per day, and it's not nighttime yet. So he'd basically be sitting here until evening doing nothing. And in the process, the rain, because you remember it started raining and then it started storming, and now it's getting foggy on top of that, even further limiting visibility. And actually, since you guys are out here and it's raining, if you are not undercover or somehow protected from the weather, we're gonna do some Constitution saves.
Well,
on account of.
I mean, we
Trees.
haven't, but we
Mhm.
haven't had a chance to even role play what we'd be doing over these hours. We're kind of still out here. Okay. Could you give us a chance to kind of actually move to what we would be doing, knowing what things are? I feel like we're kind of being, we're being told the weather's gotten real bad, but if the weather would have started to turn and if we were going to be pretending to do a long rest, we would have been under the trees. I mean, logically, right?
Mhm.
So,
Didn't say that before though.
okay, why don't we go from there? So, and can we also, if we had started, can you just tell me, do these guys have anything on them or not?
They do
Is
not.
there anything to loot? Okay.
So you
All
go
right,
through the
great.
piles and it's literally just bones. And
Okay,
even the sword that guy had looks like it is pretty much like before when you were looking at it, maybe it might, in the heat of the moment, it looked like it was something worthwhile, but it was really just hardened bones. Was his
Nice.
sword.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. So then, would everybody have been, would you guys have, we probably would have come back over here, right? Where we would have come in since we knew that the ground was safe. What about you guys?
Well, yeah,
Exposed
it
to
makes a
cold.
lot of sense.
And if looting that guy didn't take that long, being, kind of roguey, I would have probably also spent some time very slowly, like maybe finding a stick and then kind of slowly working my way out and over here to see if there were any more traps. Because that pit was over here, right? I don't see it out here anymore. Where was that pit trap?
It was
It was here.
right there.
Yeah. Thank you. So, because I'm thinking, on my quote unquote watch, I would probably want to see if I could find us a pathway over to this other set of trees. Oop. In the northeast part of the map.
Which RP. DM also wants to expedite them to a different.
So would I be would my perception, since it's like a different task, need to be re-rolled, or
Yes, it would. So you're gonna give me a perception at disadvantage on account of the
Okay.
weather effects.
for sure?
You don't see any more traps with the 12.
All right. I'll probably make my way, continue to make my
hold
way
on.
over. Oop.
I have to unveil something as you were taking that path.
Sounds good.
Token. GM layer. There you go. Because you didn't spot it,
Dexterity
give
saving
me a
throw.
dexterity saving throw. So a 14, just barely enough. So you walk under this tree, and due to the weather, the fog, the rain, the mud, the moisture, etc., you just barely notice that there's a little piece of rope that was hidden under the, it was a little hidden, not terribly, but you managed to jump out of the way as you step on it, and you feel like something pulling under your foot, and you just narrowly escape as a little rope, one of those hanging rope trap thingies, like they catch your ankles and
Like
they
a
just hang
snare?
you upside down.
Okay. Like, oh,
I think Gnome
well,
would be
that's not
proud
going to
of
be
you.
left out.
You're back.
I am doing things in the tried and true goblin fashion. Well, and let's see. I want to use. Let's see. With my psychic whispers, is that like just a daily use type of resource thing or a action, or is it something more like a cantrip? Or can someone remind me?
You mean the psionic energy dice?
No, it says psychic whispers. It's one of my
Let's see.
one of my
whispers.
feats. It's in my rogue feats.
You have to number and roll psionic energy. Okay, so you can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others as a magic action. You can choose one or more creatures you can see up to your proficiency. and then roll 1 psionic energy dice for a number of hours equal to the number rolled. So it is a resource
Cool.
that gets consumed
Okay.
because it's your psionic energy dice.
Mhm.
And then that's the telepathic link. That's you must be within a mile of each other, and a creature can end this connection at any time, no action required.
Cool. Okay. Well, then I think I would like to use one of my psionic dice. Let's see. Here. Let's see.
To be fair, I did ask him, are they going to stick around the whole time?
Just,
Expedite. Expedite.
I'm not sure how to really go about using the psionic dice. If I'd like, because I would like to roll one to see how many hours we would have for that. Or would it just be going to Psychic Whispers and using the resource? Would that trigger the thing?
Yeah, so you'd be
Sorry, I'm back.
using the resource, and it says it
Okay.
lasts for
Whatever I
first
roll, I have to roll a dice, right? So let's do it the way that this looks. Let's try this here. Oh. It says it's run out of its designated item uses, but that wouldn't be the case. Because I haven't used any of my psionic dice.
So at your level, let's see. Where is the dice on this? It should be. It doesn't even have use option. Let's see what's going on here. Foundry,
I
what
felt
are
a
you
little
doing to
dumb
me?
because normally you can click it and be like, because the last setup had where you could actually click your psionic dice, right? Yep, that's what I did before. And it would let you use them, but this doesn't seem to be connected to anything. I can also just put a note or something in if we need to.
Let's see here. What's going on with this system?
Because the psionic dice also regenerate after a long rest, right?
Stone Scout, Soul Knife, Soul Knife 20.
It's also weird because I have it.
Soul Knife energy dice. 4. Yeah, 4 of them, and you are level. So it's D8. That's probably why it's not. Okay. So you have 6 psionic dice, and they are D8s at this level.
Oh, he was just telling me. Sorry, how many do I have?
You have 6 total, and they
Okay.
are
And they're-
D8s.
Okay. Thank you. So, for now, we have 6 of them, and that's a D8 each. So, I will start with just. Oh, I could recharge whenever short rest. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. So first, just roll 1. All right. So we get it for 2 hours to start. And now let's see. It doesn't. I would have to use as many psionic dice currently if I want to use it on this ability now, right? So I wouldn't be able to do another psionic dice at the end of the 2 hours, or could I?
I mean, technically, you could just try it again, but you're still using a resource, so you just be refreshing it.
Yeah,
A
but I
longer
mean,
duration.
yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. I just want to make sure I don't have to roll them all at once. Cool. Okay, then that's what I would do is probably start with the 2 hours. And I would probably project myself over to Kaito because he's kind of at the edge of the trees. I'd be able to see him most easily and let him know that, hey, I did find another trap over on this side. If you casually peek over here, you'll see where I'm at. No, you won't be able to see where I'm at because there's fog. So just letting him know to let the party know that I did find another trap, but I'm going to keep looking. And I basically headed due northeast through the fog. And they'll probably see, maybe, I don't know, if it's still raining pretty heavy, maybe not, but I've been like kind of stabbing my stick into stuff and like kind of dragging it through, so they'd probably be able to pick up my trail pretty easy. Thinking just in case I do get stuck in a thing. But yeah, I'll kind of continue walking this way. And then,
All right. So while you're doing that, let's see what other folks are doing. Give them some camera time. So Volt or Vimac, you got that message. Everybody's sort of huddling under the trees while Altani's doing some scouting. What's the folks?
I had messaged Kaito.
Oh, was it Kaido? I thought. Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Oh, I thought you messaged Vimac. I wasn't listening to the message.
Oh no, Kaito. I messaged Kaito because Kaito's the one at the
Oh.
closest corner, so I figured they'd be the
Oh,
most likely
oh,
one to get to.
Okay, what was the message?
Oh, that I found some traps to the northeast.
Did I not hear
And
Vimac?
I'm going to keep looking, but I just wanted to
check
keep you
Kaido.
posted that I found another trap, and that just in case, like, I'll check in like every, few minutes. And if I don't check in for a bit, you probably should come find me.
Now, is this something I can reply to, or is it just something I hear?
I think it's 2-way.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No, I know. I'm trying to look it up here.
Because when you say "I think," I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The chosen creature can speak
Go.
telepathically with you, and you can speak
Yes.
telepathically with them. Yeah,
Perfect.
as long as you're within a mile of each other.
All right. Well, Kaida would have replied, "All right, just don't go too far."
Oh wait, I up to a number of creatures equal to my proficiency.
So
Okay,
3.
so yeah, so I actually probably would have also told that to Vimac and Price, because I'm figuring Gnome's been through a lot, so he deserves to rest.
No, I'm sleeping
So
it off.
yeah, so Price, Vimac, and Kaito, you guys all hear that, and then you can all communicate with me.
I think maybe.
No,
Therefore
Kaida would
I
have just
am.
said, "All right, just don't go too far." That's
Yeah.
all you would have said.
Probably make sure you know I'm heading toward the trees at the northeast corner of where we're at. And that's all I'm doing.
Oh, plot your
Also,
route.
just for positioning, since this is our first like overnight together, Gnome would have camped specifically a little bit away from everybody else, but still within the perimeter. And this way, if anything stumbles across them, he could
It's
wake
just a
everybody
second
up with his
camping.
screaming and dying. Yeah.
Second camping.
Yes.
We got robbed. Remember? We took your.
Oh,
son.
yeah. But yeah. So he's going to be here with no cover out in the open just to make sure that if there are any threats, they come get him first.
Ooh.
This goblin's looking out for us.
That's how he was raised.
Jeez. But yeah, I'll keep wandering around. We can check back in with me later. It's if other people are doing stuff,
I see what you meant there.
because my plot will change whether or not I find more traps. And then I'm actually back in just a sec.
All right,
Yeah,
so
as far as
let's-
Kaido knows, with you actively moving around, we're the ones pretending to be resting, so he doesn't want to like
Right.
do much. So he'd stay put.
all right. So where you going as far as traps go? Like looking for them or whatever.
Yeah. Kind of wanting to just check the general pathway between our camp, our faux camp, and the trees over here. Oh, I'm trying to. The trees in the northeast. My ping doesn't want to work. Whatever. And I'll also at this point, as I get closer to the trees, go stealthy because I don't know if anybody's hiding in there or if there might be more dinosaurs. Would my stealth be at a disadvantage? Or would it be advantage because I'm kind of hidden?
Well, I guess that kind of depends. Let's see here. Due to weather conditions, yep, you could have advantage
Amazing, thank you.
because that means anything
Whoa.
hiding also
I'm
has
so
advantage.
stealthy. Just like breath in the fog. I am one with it, one with the shadows.
All right, so what's Price doing?
Probably he's probably down in his briefcase, trying not to make a whole lot of noise, but maybe also trying to get some work done on a new wagon. Also
All right.
keeping Scooter occupied.
All right. So crafting. Hey, we can start making use of
Yeah.
the crafting rules. So the rule for crafting.
What is that again? Isn't it just like a certain amount of time spent and then?
It's like, I believe it's like gold and time.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's like gold as far as like material. Which I guess
yeah,
technically can be.
components and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not just like having a handful of gold, throwing it into the air, it disappears, and suddenly there's like materials in front of you. The crafting time is typically calculated, divided items cost by 50 to determine the number of days required.
Yeah.
But we'll
Price
just
has
say you
probably
can
got
start on it, because
he's got his notebook out and he's probably at least getting started, you know. So yeah.
raw materials worth wagon. All right. So people at the camp are just chilling at the camp.
Doing the whole faking to be resting thing.
All right. So
Just
where on
sleeping in the
map's all-
rain.
as goblins do. As there is also heavy wind and thunder and lightning and rain and fog. So where's Altani going in terms of like, so you're basically heading to the upper right of the map, and is that where you're planning to stop, or are you planning to continue beyond that, game border, I should say?
I will probably stay within the game border or the map border. But we'll probably want to check out the trees and everything and make sure it's clear. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, kind of. So probably still within the map border though. But if this forested area is all clear, I'll maybe look for traps. Well, I guess probably just head back the way I came then. Once I've cleared that forest area.
All right, so you're looking for traps again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Well, and kind of clearing out the forest.
At disadvantage, though. Did I even have you do disadvantage
Mhm.
before?
Yep, you
I
did.
did, okay. Yep, because of
So,
the conditions.
yep. Hey. Now that I'm taking
was-
my time because I'm being stealthy.
It was almost an inspiration.
Oh, so close.
All right, so with a 26, even though she had already checked, I raised. So, for those of you watching, if I allow players to recheck a check that they've already made, not that their character would know anything is any different, I raise the DC because it's like I already checked that. You know, why would I put even more effort into checking something I'm pretty sure, you know? But she rolled higher this time, and I'll allow it. All right, so with a 26, unhide these. There. Goes one there. Let's see, what's her effective visual range? One there.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so she can see this one. And there. I gotta keep doing the range check 5, 10, 15, 20. 2. Damn it. 30. All right. So that's what you saw when you were in that searching around that area.
Okay. When it comes back out around to me, I will search some more.
So this would be our what now?
I mean,
So basically,
how
I'm doing
long
things
does
as
that
like
take?
narrative turns in the time frame of hours. So like you would have been taking a good bit of time to check these because it is raining, right? The conditions are terrible. You're trying to find what seem like very primitive traps, but sometimes primitive traps are very effective at hiding in a primitive environment.
Mhm.
So this would, so let's see. 1, 2. I took a short rest. 2, 3. So I'd say we'd be getting to hour 4. And those of you in camped, like even though you're under trees, it's still raining, right? Like being under a tree does not necessarily completely protect you from storm conditions. So you feel like if you, and this is for the people who are just kind of like resting, not like actively doing anything, because you know for one you're just kind of chilling. But you definitely feel like the weather is not, for one, not in your favor, but you know you might have to start either looking for shelter, like actual shelter, or you know you might catch a cold or something. Because at this point you've been out here you've been out in the rain, in the fog, in the cold, in the wind for 4 hours. So just so you know. I'm not sure what folks might want to do in regards to that.
I don't think we've heard from Vimac yet of what he's up to.
I haven't heard him at all.
I was faking sleeping while having my invisible familiar be my lookout so I can see through their eyes and senses. So
Okie dokie. So I guess you can give me a perception check if you're looking for stuff with disadvantage.
Oh wait, that's incorrect.
A 9 and a 5.
Oh no, with the um, that would be it.
All right. Clem does not seem to see anything, especially due to the weather. I wish I had like some more animations. I could put like thunderstorms, like thunder strikes or something. That'd be cool. And
Well, it's been hours, and
Yep.
I'll wake up. It's been hours. Why? And nothing's been. No signs of anything. Should we seek shelter and come back, or because I don't think we want to continue the chase, right?
Yeah, you're probably right.
We didn't get that far out of town. We can head back until the rain subsides.
Well, weren't we looking for the mole people? And we
Yeah, I don't know how far they are. Are we close to them? Because if they're close, we could just go underground.
we could maybe hang out with them, yeah? I don't know.
Are we still pretending to be asleep?
At this point, I don't think it's. If they were coming after us, they probably would have.
Yeah, they stole stuff last time we were sleeping, and now there's no sign of anyone.
Maybe we should just go track them.
Problem is the storm for tracking.
When we saw where they went, we just decided not to follow because we thought maybe they were luring us into a trap. But now I think they're just getting away.
You got it. You figured it out. That was funny.
Well, I mean, we should try to get our stuff back, but
I mean, if we go to
Also-
the town or the moles, right, then that stuff's gone forever.
well, if we got a good look at the creature that took our stuff, we might run across him again. Even if we don't get our stuff back.
Yeah, take our pound of flesh.
What about you, Kaido? You really want your stuff back?
I carried it for a reason.
I mean, is it something that you can easily replace or no?
Probably.
So nothing like sentimental.
No, they didn't take that one, thankfully.
They took my slingshot. I don't know how to make another one.
I could probably make you one. Or Gorb can.
I mean, it's still kind of afternoon, and if the rain's not let up any, don't you think they're probably taking shelter somewhere? But they didn't get very far.
Yeah, you're probably onto something.
And then,
Question is, how
like,
do we track them with all this rain washing everything away so fast?
Or they had a
Oh.
place to go, so that's where they went.
I'm really good at tracking. If you want, I can help with that.
Yeah, sure. If we can track them, I don't see why not, but don't need to kill ourselves for it. We were set up to go help the mole people, not this. Granted.
How far are the mole people from where we're at?
I don't know. Kind of knows that. Does Kaido know how far we are?
Let's see. Are you an Outlander background or not?
No, I'm athlete background.
An Outlander would be able to just say for sure you've been along a certain route. Checking backgrounds. Fair. Okay. So, as far as you know, somewhere around maybe another half a day out. Assuming you haven't veered too far off course based on your chase.
Okay, Kaido would relay whatever information he's got then.
Yeah, I don't think my navigator's tools are going to help in this weather.
Anybody know where Altani ended up?
Weren't you in
If you send that
communication?
to me, we're telepathically linked, I think, still. Aren't we?
Does Kaido know that you're still
It's for
telepathically linked? Because it's
2
Kaido.
hours, I think.
And if it would have gotten close to the time where the mental connection would have been almost out, I would have rolled another die. So if I need to do that, let me know.
Well, it's been in 1 hour since you activated it, so.
So I got another hour. All right, perfect. Yeah, so do they have to be consciously thinking a thought toward me? Or are their thoughts kind of spilling over?
I think it's like a walkie-talkie. It's a conscious like effort.
Okay.
In the few times Kaido has been mentally spoken to, it's only been like one reply and then it's done. He's not that knowledgeable in mental connections.
Yeah, usually like the message cantrip, right? You just get to respond once. Hers is a lot stronger than that. It can go for a mile and it can be several hours long.
Well, and if it's been an hour, I'll probably check in and be like, hey, I've found some more traps. Kind of all throughout here. I think I can weave us through here if we need to go this way. But so far, not seeing anything else of interest. How's it going over there with you guys?
Well, nothing's going on, and I think we're going to try tracking the guy, and if we can't find any tracks, we're just going to head up to the mole people, so we might want to loop back.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll make my way back.
Yeah. Unsure that you actually heard that last yeah, but he said it anyway. I think Altani's on the
Oh,
way
I
back.
have the wrong.
Oh, not the, I know. Just don't. Can Kaido assist Gnome in looking for tracks?
Been looking for traps, you said?
Tracks.
Tracks.
Footprints.
Yeah, you can aid. Are you proficient? Yep, you have survival.
So we look for traps. Does no one want to roll it? This might assist. You want me to roll it?
Well, it's whoever's rolling it and you're just assisting, which gives them advantage, but due to the disadvantage, it's just a normal roll.
No, he's not saying anything. I don't even know if he's here to roll. Q?
Hmm.
Hello? You gonna roll for looking for tracks?
Oh. Why am I looking for tracks? I didn't say I was looking for tracks. I said I could find them. I didn't say I was gonna look for tracks. You want me to go about my method of locating?
Yeah, sure.
Is
Go
this
for it.
is this at
I'm
disadvantage? Or?
If
With
they're getting,
disadvantage, I want to wander around this bones, and I'm going to cup my hands to the sides of my mouth and start shouting, "Hey, is anybody there?" as loud as I can, and then just keep like. And I'm gonna just like the traps. I'm gonna be stomping around, making as much noise as possible, sloshing around in the rain. Don't worry, guys. I'm really good
To
at
be
finding
fair,
people.
He said he would work on finding them. He did not mention that tracks would be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, Kaido also mentioned that they should look for tracks if they couldn't find any to go to there, so he's going to assist looking for tracks.
I guess I'll try to look for tracks while I'm like mostly listening for like another person to call back and be like,
Well,
yeah, I'm
you've
over
gone
here.
so far away, I'm no longer able to assist you looking for tracks.
Alright, well, I'll
so
do it with
you're going to have it with
disadvantage
disadvantage, yeah.
That's a 15 with disadvantage.
you do not find any tracks. Sorry, granola bar.
I'll hear that zombie like, Gnome? Is that you?
And I'm gonna look around and say, oh, I guess I tracked the wrong person. Sorry.
Hey, just be careful. Over this way, there's some pit traps and snares. And I'll point them out. They'll be like, they're here, there, over there, and there's someone over there. So don't step in them, all right?
I'm gonna like Super Mario Goomba stomp right here on this square. And then just nod my head. Okay, so you've already got those.
Yep, but right around the bone pile, I think should be safe.
Do you want to go meet with the others?
Probably good. And if we need to, I'll keep looking for tracks further out.
All right. And then when we come back, I'll go ahead and look at Kaido and say, I did find somebody. I used my, scouting abilities, but it was the wrong person.
That's alright. Somebody's better than nobody.
And on a separate note, I did find quite a few traps. So when we go through, I'll point them out.
Don't traps usually guard something or someplace?
Sometimes.
Was
We
there
don't
like a
really-
pattern to it to where like they were preventing us from going a certain area?
Well, I didn't look to the west, but to the northeast, they were kind of scattered around that way. Not necessarily in a tight formation, but more, I would think, to catch somebody being unwary rather than try and keep anyone out. But we didn't encounter any traps over that way when we were coming this way, so it could be getting closer to wherever that other person had gone. What direction from here are the mole people?
This way.
Well, if we have
Was
to
it
go
east?
east
Hold on.
already,
Find my
I'll show you
notes.
where those traps were, but we could at least head that way. I guess it's also possible that the person who stole from us could potentially be involved in the trouble that they're having. Plus, with the weather like this, we should
Yeah, they're
probably
east. Yep.
find shelter before we actually rest for real.
Yeah, like at this point, your clothes are just like drenched, cold, kind of weighing you down a bit.
I'm gonna stick my index finger in my mouth, lick it, pull it out, and raise it to the heavens, and then nod my head and go, "Yeah, it's raining. It'll probably keep raining for a while." Maybe there's a cave we could go in. Could I tell how long it's gonna rain?
How long it's going to rain?
Mhm.
Typically not.
Can I look at the
Uh,
cloud formations and like the ambiance around us and make an educated guess?
Let's see. What would an educated guess be? I guess a nature check.
All right. You want to do it with the disadvantage?
No, because it's not really visual. Like you already know the conditions. You are confident that with 100% definite maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna break off a branch while they're kind of like, I guess, getting all our stuff together and getting ready to do whatever. And then I'm gonna draw a triangle in the ground, right, like in the mud. And then I'm gonna stick the stick in the center of this triangle so that it stands up. And then I'm gonna go counterclockwise around this stick, and I'm gonna hold my hands together in a triangle like Tien Shin Han does for Tribeam. And then I'm gonna look back up at the rain and squint at the clouds and say, "Yeah, it's gonna rain for 4 more days."
4 more days, huh?
Wait, what cardinal direction are we in comparison to town?
Well, we've been heading east, so that means town is to the west of us.
All right, great. So if town is west, never mind. It's gonna be 12 hours.
How does where we are affect how long it's going to be?
It's a goblin thing.
Ah. So we weren't able to
Also,
find.
and then I reach out for Kaido's hands. You have to hold my hands when we do this.
He's just gonna look down at you. And why do I need to hold your hand?
Could you just please? It's for the ritual.
I don't know how I feel about being a part of a ritual.
Oh, okay. And then he's just gonna hang his head dejected and hold
I'm
his
sorry,
own hands.
I don't. Rituals aren't my thing. I just hit things. Price is good with rituals and magic and stuff like that.
He looks at Price.
What?
Did you want to hold hands for the ritual?
Sure.
All right. I reach out to grab Price's hands.
So a gnome and a gnome holding hands in the rain.
Mm-hmm. We have to do it over the triangle and the stick.
Okay.
All right. Then you have to say Booyag.
Is that all right? Booyag.
Booyag. All right. Then I let go of his hands and I just confirm. Yeah, 12 hours. So now where do we go?
We head east.
I have no idea.
Well, if we
That's
need
that
to go
way.
to the mole people anyway, I recommend we head east and see who we can find.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
That we should head east.
Sorry, I missed that. Oh, see?
But Kaito's totally listened to all the time.
Well, did you say that earlier or just now?
Just a little right before you literally said the same thing. I'm like, but I just said that.
Wow. Okay, I must have heard something else. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Well, and since no one else said it, we should probably go east. No,
Oh, wow.
just kidding.
Listen here, Karen.
All right.
We head east.
As we go, I'll point out the traps that I found. So I'm going to recommend we go. Let me see if I can. I'm going to draw. I would like to take us. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see that line? It's kind of hard to see.
What line? That little. Oh, the blue thing that just popped up?
Uh-huh. So
Kind of.
I'm gonna take us like through this direction. Because I know that there are it's safe that way.
I just shucked him over because I don't feel like actually navigating around this line.
Yeah.
That's the path
No.
we take. I'm just too lazy to actually take it. I
And then
can't
I'll
be
be
bothered to
fair.
pick that many times. Ugh.
Also, let's see.
So east, heading to the mole people. And so that was another half a day out.
And before we leave this area, I'd like to see if I can glean
under.
some sort of insight from the type of traps or how they were like seen to have been made. Would that be history or nature or perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Kind of roll. I want to. Okay. I want to see if I can possibly get an idea of is this something from like a group of people that live in the area or what? Let's see here. Yeah.
Them's traps, all right.
Them's are some traps. I will keep my findings to myself.
On a 10.
All right. Yeah. So we head east.
Eastward. Do. So, everybody feel free to give me Constitution saving throws.
Saving. That's just fun.
Ido's fine. Nope.
Y'all, I am so cold.
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
Unit 20.
That's amazing. You guys probably see me like unconsciously slowing down a bit and I'm like shivering. I'm just starting to go real slow.
Well, that's actually what the
Damn it.
Constitution saving throws for. Kaido would offer to let you sit in the saddle for a bit. But I don't know what this throw was actually for.
Ah, dang it. I forgot to have people describe the last time. That was a crit. Anyway, so what is Gnome and... We'll start with Gnome. So what are you doing that's hardening you against this extremely harsh condition? You're very small. It's very windy, very rainy. Your clothes are soaking and sopping wet. Your feet are sinking in mud. Like, it's the worst conditions that you can think of, and yet you're trudging through it like a champ. So like, what are you... how are
I'm
you
just
making this-
reflecting on the years and years of abuse and negligence from the Goblin tribe, and just considering how I've been through worse. from the little weather ritual, which is more of a superstition than an actual ritual. I definitely took the stick with me, and slowly I've been stabbing like leaves and stuff with it, and I'm kind of holding it up like an umbrella, but it's not very effective because it's all just like it's like 12 leaves stacked on top of each other, like speared through the middle. There's no like it's not wide at all, and then I'm just holding it up like I don't know. It's a supernatural kind, not supernatural, superstitious like belief that's like reinforcing this idea that I'm not cold, I'm not bothered. I just power through it.
Superstition can be a powerful thing in the world of magic. And Vimac, what are you doing that's hardening yourself so sturdily against the weather?
I'm having my familiar as a shield for whatever conditions. So if the wind is coming from a direction, I'm having them on that side to help block and protect, or when it's raining hard, they're shielding most of the rain from me.
So you
Yeah.
have a minion umbrella,
Mm-hmm.
which probably looks cool if it's the invisible one.
It is.
That's amazing. Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Ooh.
Maybe look around and see if we can find some shelter. Okay. Not my strongest forte, but I will try. Yeah. Well, I'll look around and ask everybody to be like, keep a lookout for somewhere we can hole up, maybe warm up, start a fire. You guys see anything?
Lots of trees, dirt.
Well, I mean, I feel the exposure.
Oh,
But yes, that would qualify as anything. Thank you, Kaito. I see those
a
as
little
well.
more specific.
Good looking out.
So, what in particular you wanted me to look for?
Well, shelter.
Oh, it's usually survival, right?
I could make you a rain shield if you want.
With it raining, is it a disadvantage?
I mean, it's still survival, so wouldn't it just be normal?
Oh no, I'm asking because of the rain, looking for
Yeah.
something of shelter wise, would it be a disadvantage or not? So I'm asking the DM. It's it's well, yeah. I know I'm rolling a survival looking for shelter, but with the bad weather, do I roll it normal or a disadvantage? I don't necessarily want disadvantage. I just wanted to ask. Uh, uh. Alright, so Kyle will point that out. Like, if we have to, there's that there, but we might just make it to where the mole people are.
If y'all are like unbothered, we can keep going. I've got my range shield, so
You have a rain shield?
I gesture to the stick that's got all the leaves stabbed through it.
Ah.
I mean, if everyone else is still good to go, I can rally.
Okay.
So OOC, so timing wise though, are we getting into evening? So looking around, okay. So I'll look around and mention to the group, be like, it does look like, I mean, it's already kind of dark with the rain, but if the sun's going down, this might become actually dangerous to navigate in the dark. Do we want to go ahead and take a rest and till dawn and then continue on?
So I would know it's not that close to evening, or it's close to evening. Okay. Kind of look at Altani that, why you want to go to sleep already? It's not even evening yet.
Well, it's getting darker.
That's the weather.
And okay. But if we still got half a day, then that means that we'd be traveling into the night. Is
So-
that something everyone wants to do?
He's gonna shark you. Like, I don't know. I just know we just had like a nap.
I mean, that would have been like 6 hours ago, 4 hours ago.
I don't know what time. I can't track time.
It was
I
pretty
just
early
know
in
it's
the-
not evening yet, and we got a couple more hours to go.
It was like late morning when we pretended to settle in, I think. And so yeah. So it's probably late afternoon by now, right? If it's not quite evening, but it's just before evening. So pretty late afternoon. I mean, my thinking is just that we have shelter here, there's no guarantee that we're going to find more shelter until it does get dark. Then it'll be a lot harder to find shelter in the dark. But it's up to the group. We can figure it out. If everybody wants to keep traveling, we can.
Does anybody else think?
I know Gnome said he'd be right back, but so we can wait for him if you want. Price, Vimek, what do your senses tell you? Should we stop here since we have shelter, or do you want to keep going and travel into the night a bit?
I
It's not even
say
evening yet.
we got shelter.
Kind of gonna be stuck
We
on that.
should dry off at least. Start a fire. Get warm before continuing on.
Sounds good. How about you, Bryce?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Well, why don't we see if we can find some stashes of somewhat dry wood and get a fire started. Does anybody have a fire starting spell?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh, good.
Don't you have a tinderbox?
Yep.
Is that your spell?
No, literally a tinderbox starts fires.
Well, a tinderbox will start fires with dry wood, but if we don't find dry enough wood, then we'll need a spell. So Altani will start looking for some good pieces of wood, maybe some fallen branches to stick, like kind of make us a little bit of a perimeter to help hide some of the light from the campfire. Okay, well then, I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to be too worried about that since Price has a spell. I mean, it's magic, so if he can catch it on fire, it being on fire will help dry it out. Sounds like a chaotic option. Sounds like entertainment.
Fireball.
I love it. All right. You guys want to do anything else, or are we just going to gather firewood and get that set up?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
we could probably just put a few sticks and stuff together, and Price will use prestidigitation to catch it on fire.
Nice. And I'll set up some fallen branches kind of out from the entrance of where we would be, so that way the fire can be a little more open air, so it doesn't smoke us out, but also kind of visually hides the fire.
I not
Oh, how long have I been muted?
do anything with my character sheet.
I must have accidentally hit the mute button. Dagnabbit. Basically, I said they can find they can find the wood that they need. It's just none of it's gonna be dry. It's just make them not have to roll a check for it because the wood's everywhere. All right, so you guys set up a makeshift shelter from the elements. Not the best shelter in the world, but it gets you out the rain.
Hooray.
Scooter does not fit though,
Oh no.
but Scooter seems unbothered as he would just sit outside the cave like a plump egg, just wings folded, sitting there, staring out into nothingness with his cold, dead, beady eyes.
Guard goose.
And so you're basic.
I'm having
So
issues.
go ahead.
I'm having issues getting into the game. I said I got disconnected, and then I literally can't load in.
Oh, weird.
Let's see. It's because you're still logged in. So let's fix that. All right. So I think it's just you were still logged in. So I kicked you out, but give it a minute to make sure it registers and try and log back in.
All right.
So is this where you guys are thinking of settling in for the night, or just long enough to get out of the rain?
I mean, if it's
Um,
close to evening, then probably for the night, because it's going to take a while for us to dry out. And, like, it's not going to be super helpful to try and make our way in the dark. So it'll probably be dark by the time we're dry, is my point. But what do you guys think? I think we should set our at first light so that we're dry and we have light when we start up again.
yeah, sure. If you guys think that's what you should do, I won't argue.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, waiting out is probably a good idea.
All right. So settling in for long rest.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yeah, they've generated a good bit of inspiration.
Also, since we do have a little extra time, more than just a normal evening, I propose we do 2-person guard watches. How do you guys feel about that?
I like a plan.
Not adding inspiration.
Because I definitely don't want to give this guy a crack at any more of our weapons.
All right. A watch then. A watch. A watch.
Who's feeling most tired?
Oh, we lost Goose. His internet may be going kaput. Which would explain why he wasn't able to log back in. Maybe he'll message in a minute from a phone. All right, so actually we probably could just take a little break, considering the tech issues, right? Oh, hey, look at that. Discord's even. Oh, is he back? All right. Looks like Discord's having some issues, so yeah, maybe we'll take a little 5.
Hey, Stagey, you got. Oh yeah, there you go.
Wait, what? I got what?
Oh, there's just a bunch of background noise coming from your side, but then you muted right as I was about to say something. So never mind.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay.
Well, let's just take a little 5 because I think Discord's having a hissy fit right now. Give it some time to settle. Oh, and then it had another hissy fit. Dag nabbit. Did my connect? Yeah, no, Discord's freaking out. Let me check my connection. Discord is pooping itself right now. Yes, I'm gonna update my Discord. I don't think that'll fix it, but we'll see.
Hello, I hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Now we just need a price.
The curse of the internet gods. Hopefully, price pops back in. Back online at least. RAM tonight. Hmm. All right. Well, I guess if he can get back in, he'll get back in.
And if we need to, we could probably have him be on the one of the last shifts, right? I
Yep.
guess depending on how fast it goes.
Yep. All right.
And Gnome, did you say you're back?
What?
Gnome had to step away earlier. I didn't know if he was back yet.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
So who's doing what watch?
Kind of would take first or second, depending on everyone else.
I can take first with Kaito.
We'll take the second watch.
I'll take third.
Let's see. How are we going to do this if we try and have two people on watch, though? I mean, since we have like, what, it'd be like 10 hours till sunrise. I guess we could take like a longer overnight,
I mean,
right? And then,
my familiar and I can take a watch at the same time. That's like two people.
Yeah. So we'd end up with like 3 watches. Kaido and I, Price and Gnome, and then you and your familiars.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right.
Will that work? Cubed?
It's fine with me.
Great. Awesome.
Whoever's on first watch, give me perception. And it disadvantage on account of the conditions.
Oh. Man, Kaido, you sleepy. And I'm not doing much better. Hey, can I
Kaido
use
being
my
sleepy.
lucky?
Yep, you can.
Yeah. Okay. So I will
Ka-
re-roll that.
Kaido being sleepy, OOC or IRL?
Bruh. In character, I imagine he's not necessarily sleepy, but more distracted by the storm.
That's okay. I'll pay attention for the both of us.
Oh, and so
Maybe you were starting to fall asleep. I had to wake you up.
so in the new edition, I just make sure that has changed.
16's pretty good on disadvantage.
No, I'm just reading up on how they do like when you do a reroll like with lucky or stuff like that. Let's see. When D20 for a D20 test, you can spend 1 luck point to give yourself advantage on the roll. You have a number of them equal to your proficiency bonus and can spend the points on the benefits below. Get them on a long rest. A creature rolls a D20. Let me look at what the old luck was.
Okay. Because I thought there was something about a reroll.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm trying to check how that plays with the not lucky, but the inspiration. I'm wondering if it's the inspiration that it's just the see. They fundamentally at the end of the day they kind of sort of work the same, but I'd want to make sure I'm reading the. I want to get it right.
Sure.
Especially with the new system. Lucky. I want 15. Core rule. Okay. You have heroic inspiration. You could spend it to reroll any die immediately after rolling it, and you must use the new roll. If you gain heroic inspiration but already have it, loss or give it to a player who lacks it. Okay, so lucky gives you advantage. The heroic inspiration just lets you re-roll any die. So that any okay. So not
And the new lucky, it's like the origin one, right? And I think we talked about it before. That's the one where you have to like decide you want to be lucky on a roll. So it's not reactive. It's like with forethought.
Gotcha.
That's a nerf from the previous edition.
which I guess
The
I
last
can
one was just
kind
that.
of get it. Where it was just like, I'm pretty sure I failed. Nope. I can kind of see why they would.
But you
make
also
that
get
change.
multiple a day, so we do have to like get in the habit of being like, yeah, I'm gonna burn a luck dice on this. Why not? Right? If we're really
They also give you more of them to have because before it was 3 and it was locked in 3, and now it's your proficiency bonus.
it's still yeah.
On my sheet, it only shows that I have 1. So we
Yeah,
should probably
that's
up.
It should be
that.
3.
It's just showing as one on. I wonder if I could. I could change that. That is something I can change. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Lovely.
So now it should say 2 of 3. Yep. Okay. Which also means I wonder if I could update your psionic energy die. Let's see.
Oh, that'd be good.
Anyway, you don't notice anything with your perception. Sorry,
It's okay.
I'm gonna do this while you guys do stuff. See if I can edit
Sure.
these. But with 16, you don't notice anything, and nothing stands out. Nothing's coming at you.
All right. Well, then we will continue to hang out till next watch. Unless Kaido, you wanted to do anything specific?
Don't think so.
All right.
Special. Okay.
Then that's that, I guess.
All right. Who was second watch?
Gnome and Price. Gnome and the gnome.
I
The
guess first we should
gnomes.
check to see if Price is actually got everything working. You back yet, Price? Mic check. 2, 3.
Oh.
Or actually, Price check. 1, 2, 3.
Haha.
Oh, he's typing in Discord.
That's no.
He's not typing.
That's not Price. That's gnome.
Oh, right.
Because my push to talk or my push to mute button is like the little period or whatever on the numpad, and so when I press it, it's like typing into it.
I think I'm loaded in
Oh.
finally.
Hola.
I'm having weird internet issues. Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you.
Type. All right, now your psionic energy dice should have. I'm not
Thank you.
seeing a way to give it a dice pool yet. But if people are back, I got enough. I got part of it to work.
And if need be, I can always just use a couple and then roll some d8s, so that's all right.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's nice to be able to track how many you have instead of trying to guess.
Remember? Yeah.
All right, so the 2 gnomes, if you are on watch, give me perceptions with the joys and luxuries of disadvantage.
All right, I'm. You know what? I'm feeling lucky, so I'm gonna cancel that disadvantage.
Did I get inspiration from something?
Yeah, because you rolled in that 20. You also haven't been updating your sheets. I was like,
I
wait
don't
a
think I
minute.
rolled in that 20.
Yeah, earlier.
I
with
did.
your- Or,
Oh,
wait,
the
I'm
other.
not-
Okay. I put it in.
I got mine,
Okay.
and the gnome did, right?
'Cause
Yeah,
I have
should
one
too.
one. Fine, Mac. Okay.
It's a 13.
Oh, let's see. And you said disadvantage?
Yep. the wind, the howling winds, the sounds of the rain, the trees swaying, stones being tossed and turned, the thunder, the lightning. It's just a lot of stuff happening.
All right.
Yep, that's about right. 9 plus. Oh, yep, nope, you have a +7. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. So,
I just did guidance
yeah.
as well. That's a D4.
So with an 18 and a 13,
We have a 31.
unfortunately, you needed a 32. So let's see. 18. So amidst the storm and the chaos, amidst the rain, the fire, everything going on, you don't really notice anything. Scooter seems relatively unbothered, but he's also he's doing what, like, the birds do when they like fold in their feathers and they just kind of look like eggs with necks and heads. So, he's just acclimated to this delectably enjoyable environment as, a waterfowl would. The temperament of a goose. But yeah, there's nothing that really stands out, Cameron. And you can say that with confidence. Ain't nobody around stealing your shit. Nobody sneaking up on your cave campment. I don't know, any other potential hazards that could be a case, or you can say with confidence or not.
Has the weather changed at all? Has it gotten worse or has it gotten any better?
It's lightened up a little bit, but it's let's see, you're in the second watch. Oh no, it'd been lightening up, so the fog probably would have been clearing.
Can we roll for it?
I mean, if you wanna.
17.
The fog is definitely clearing.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm gonna. Oh my god. I'm gonna walk over to who's actually been asleep. Yeah. I'm gonna walk over to the big guy, the one who's not half horse. 'Cause I keep saying bald, and I know that's wrong.
Bye, Mac.
Bye, Mac. And I'm gonna like nudge him awake.
Oh, is it my turn?
No, I just saw you should know that it's getting foggy outside.
Oh,
You can
okay.
go back to sleep. And that's it. I'm just keeping him in the know. And then I'll just go stand next to Price as we gaze into the dark.
I can't really see anything.
Why not?
My eyes are closed.
Oh. Can you see in the dark?
Yep.
Just not the rain.
Should I keep whispering?
Yeah, we don't want to wake anybody up. Except for Vimac, I just woke him up. And
Did you let him
Yeah,
know it's
and-
getting foggy?
Yeah, and then Altani and Kaido they're probably not even asleep yet. They just laid down. So what you can do to train your eyes in the rain, it's a game we like to play as goblins. Back in town. It's called Stare into the Storm. It's a sequel to Stare into the Sun. But basically you just lay on your back and you stare into the storm and let the rain fall into your eyes until eventually it doesn't bother you anymore. Your ears yeah, and your ears get filled with water too, and that's called Listen in the Rain. And as we say it, I'm gonna lay on my back and I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna stare into even though it's the middle of the night, stare into the rain.
Goblins seem to really like laying on their backs and staring at things.
That's pretty much all the games they knew, except for Poop Ball. But we'll explain that one another day.
All right. Well, your watch essentially comes and goes uneventfully.
I guess. So yeah, Vimac is going to be the next watch. Probably wake him up again.
Oh, is it my turn again?
Hey, yeah, it's your turn now.
Okay. I'm getting up. And so I kind of like shake my head to get the cobwebs out as I get up to take my my turn.
Little cave. Now it looks like the cave is trying to eat Scooter. Masterfully drawn. So you would see Gnome laying on his back, eyes closed, in the rain. Just outside the cave. But, Vimac, you can give me a perception check.
I do 2, 1 for each.
Yep. Or you can have one assist you with the aid. Alright, 2. You don't notice anything, because these are also with, these are with disadvantage. In that in mind.
Oh.
So roll them both again. Alright, so a 1 and a 4. Yep, no, it's really hard to see out here. Granted, the fog is cleared, but it's still, I mean, at this point, it's dark and rainy. Let's see, do you? Goliath.
I have double sight.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, I thought
No,
you got
I have
rid of
dark
that.
vision from my familiar,
But only if you're looking through the familiar.
which I during my time I would be using my bonus actions to sense through them. Just in case I need to cast from them.
Oh, just remember, if you're looking through your familiar, all of your senses are suppressed because you're transferring your sensory through them.
Oh, is that? I didn't read that way. So I could be.
Unless
could
they
have read it
changed it in
wrong.
the new Find Familiar.
Well, I
Let's
have
see.
Gaze of Two Minds.
Let's see. Bonus action, you touch a willing creature and proceed through the senses until the end of the next turn. That doesn't even last that long. As long as the creature's in the same plane of existence, you can take a bonus action subsequent turns to maintain it. Okay. Extending the duration until the end of your next turn. The connection ends if you don't maintain it in this way. So that would be a good bit of effort to keep that going. While perceiving through the creature's senses, you benefit from any special senses possessed by that creature, and you can cast spells as if you were in your space or the other creature's space. So it doesn't say you're not. Let's
That and
telepathic connection. No, that's not what we're looking for. Oh no, that is. While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate to it telepathically. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. Gain the benefits of any special sense that it has. Finally, when you cast a spell. Okay, so they actually changed that then.
yeah, because those two, they don't say anything about dulling my own senses.
That was weird. Yeah, so that's a change in the rule. So then that's the new one. The old one, so what I was used to, is so for the telepathic thing, it does basically the same thing. You know, that you can see and hear until the start of your next turn. But the final sense of that is during this time you are deaf and blind with regard to your own senses. So that was the old one. The new one, they just got rid of that. Okay. Subtle, but a change nonetheless. Good to know. New system things. Say anything about being blinded or deafened, so. Well, that's interesting. Okay. All right. So anyway, we learned something. So yeah, you don't notice anything with your rolls other than a sleeping gnome. Okay, that's cool. Oh, what's what you doing now?
I was just waiting outside, doing occasional patrols around the.
Actually, since you rolled so low, roll me a d20. Okay. You managed to avoid it. It was a high or low situation. So while you were out patrolling, there was like several times where you almost forgot that Gnome was even there, and you like almost step on him like a couple of times, just on patrol. It's just like it's so windy. You have to like squint to just barely see because it's just like debris, small bits of debris flying around, and rain just like pelting you in the eyes and the face. And every so often, like while you're patrolling around, you're just like, oh, and you step around Gnome as he's just sleeping, laying flat on his back in the rain, and just like, almost. Ooh. Or you know what? We even say like your familiar is the one that's like like you're about to step on him, and your familiar is the one that like guides you away from stepping on him. And again, it is an imp. It would kind of want you to step on. They're kind of mischievous. Anyway, either way, however the narrative seems to go, you don't step on them intentionally or unintentionally.
Well, I can't see a dang thing in this weather.
There's a scooter.
I probably almost trip on the scooter too.
Let's see.
But yeah, I would just be patrolling every 15, 20 minutes. Go take a route around.
All right. So basically nothing happens. Was there a fourth watch or was? Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you guys get your long rest in. Nothing happened out of the ordinary.
I will go wake up everybody.
AFK.
Price. Good morning. Wake up. Altani. Time to get up.
We still got our weapons. I'm gonna like kind of pat down my side, be like, well, Still have. Oh yeah, no dagger. He took that one. But I have these, and I'm gonna like put my fingers up, and my little soul blades will kind of flash up in front of him a little bit. Be like, good luck trying to get these off of me. How'd the watch go? Anything happen that we need to worry about?
I did not see a thing.
You and me both. Man, that rain was something else. Well, let's pack up camp and continue on. Altania will stretch and start shaking out some stiff muscles and starts to clear up camp.
All right. So you pack up the camp, clear it out, hide tracks, I guess. And you're finishing the remainder of your trip to the Mole People. Correct.
Correct.
Notes on Franklin. All right. Well, luckily, it doesn't take you too much longer on account of you were already getting pretty close, but, weather delays happen. Yes, Franklin with the S is silent. And you get to the appointed location. However, as mole people, they're probably not going to have anything above ground as a structure. Because, they are mole people. So your first inclination is probably to look for some kind of a hole or something. A mole hole.
Yup.
A small
Well, we'd have a
hole.
big small hole. Could be some mole holes. Well, from the map that we were given, I would assume, well, and others of the party have already been there, that we would have an idea of like where to go toward, where the entrance was the last time we were there, or they were there. So Altania will turn to Price and the group and be like, "Well, does anything of this look familiar to you?"
I'm trying to think who of the old party is still around that would know. Price.
Price and
I'm
Kaito.
not sure. Was Kaito there for the?
Yeah, it was Kaito
Yeah.
and Kit.
Yeah.
Price
They were there.
and Vald and all of them.
Gan.
Mm-hmm. No, it was Kit by
No,
then.
it was Kit. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kaito was at the very beginning of the tunnel. I think at that point, Kaito was maybe the only person that didn't have dark vision. So I just remember Kaito was definitely in the mole hole.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure if I want to switch, but I don't know how to. If I did, as far as I have a feat that allows me to, it's not even a feat, it's just being part of the circle of the land. I can switch every long rest what my land
feature is
type is. So it automatically prepares those spells, and I don't have access to some of the ones that it prepared. So I don't know how to switch, is what I'm saying. I did the long rest and it didn't even give me an option.
Probably not coded in yet because that's a whole difference. Let's see. I'd have to look through it just to see what spells, because it really just changes what spell list you have.
Yeah, but it's like I would either have to import them and just manually switch, or be able to find a way to switch here. Let me see if I can do this. Oh. Okay, well that shows all the spells, but it doesn't give me an option to actually switch.
The Wild Resurgence?
I think you got to do it manually.
Because that'd be a pain. Because yeah, I don't have most of these spells. I don't even have access to normally. So I'd have to import all the ones that I don't have. If that's the case, I'll just do it later.
Well, let's see. The natural recovery? No.
Wait, can
It's
you just
the-
click like the spell, like fireball, and then click the dots, and then just press import?
Let's see.
Fireball?
That looks like that'll work.
That's an easy way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like you just put it in chat and then just click them
I'll just go
individually.
through and yeah. Yeah, that won't be a problem. I'll get rid of this too.
New things we're learning.
Yeah, it's on the other feats, it's just the Circle of Land spells. And then it says consult the table below that corresponds to each type. And then when I linked it, it shows all the spells, but it doesn't allow me to switch easily.
Ability for
It's definitely going to work more like prepared spells, like wizards used
so
to.
it's when I first made the character, it let me pick my first one. And this is the first time that I was going in to try and switch. And so when I picked that first, what did I go with? I don't know which one I'm on right now, but when I picked that one, it populated those spells automatically and had them like set to always prepared. And so I was hoping that it would do that when I switched. But yeah, it's just first time running into this. And I don't need to switch anyway. I was more or less just seeing. This was the first long. If this wasn't the first long rest, then it was the first one that I thought about actually potentially switching. But I'll keep it like this.
Okay, dokie.
I also, what was the question that Altani was asking? Because I was trying to figure out character sheet stuff.
Just wouldn't you, if we get to the same general area that you had been in before, you would probably recognize the entrance to their burrow, right?
Oh, well, most likely, unless it's changed. Can I do a check or something to see? Have we left yet? Or are we still just in the cave? Are we
I thought we were traveling.
moving? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do a check to see if I recognize anything around here? If it seems like it's familiar or like we might be getting close.
You know what? Since we haven't really explored this, give me a history check. So it would be a
Alright.
perception with disadvantage or a history.
Would he have advantage on
Uh,
history since he had been here before? In the relative recent time?
Just normal.
Okay.
Would do guidance
If
as well.
he had like Outlander or some other feature, then yeah, but
Hey,
Nice.
so 23, yep, you know where to go. I mean, last time you guys had, a wagon that fell in holes, collapsing ground, and you look around and you find, what, the hole that you guys used that they dug for you to actually get out. But you do see that it is it's a little collapsed looking, like not well maintained, but that's probably on account of the rain, because you can see
the
like
storms and stuff. Yeah.
the water has soaked into the soil and parts of their tunnel is just sort of not really collapsed, but just almost like melted, just because it's not, it's not stone, it's just basically slightly packed dirt that they dug and kind of shifted. So that doesn't do too well without actual structure in a heavy rainstorm like it has been the last day.
See. Could I? Does it seem like there have been people around?
Uh,
I know that there was a whole bunch of footsteps, just tracks back and forth. So, are there still tracks, or does it seem like, I guess?
it's
They
a
can-
lot of mud.
Okay. Let's see.
Lots and lots of mood.
So yeah, I mean, Price would point out the mole entrance that we were in before. I think over there is where we met him before. If we can find someone, we probably need to ask for the foreman, I believe. Yeah, and Price is probably gonna like walk over to the tunnel entrance that they dug for us. Now, last time we just kind of walked through and ended up, well, finding someone. So he's gonna start walking in, just go down one of these tunnels.
I'm gonna follow
Altani.
right behind.
Yeah, Altani's just
So
gonna
look at him.
shrug and follow.
Righty. So going down this tunnel, it's a bit of a slog. Like this is soil that is not as packed down as maybe stuff up top. So it gets pretty like sloshy. But it doesn't really affect you too much. It's not quite difficult terrain yet. Silent.
Yeah, I guess. So the last time we were here, I think Bald and Price kind of walked ahead of the group. Is they had dark vision, and Vald
Yeah.
had the devil's sight, so he could almost really like be invisible, and he could see people before they see us. So I'm assuming that Price is just going to go basically the same direction that they went that time. And I remember that they got to kind of an opening where there was, I believe, a table, and there was one of the mole people in there, and they were facing away from us, and or there was two of them that were having a conversation, and I think one of them walked away, and Price startled the other one. So I'm just based on the last time we were here and when we actually ran into people. Price would probably head back to that spot just to see if someone was there.
So you head back to the spot, walking through these tunnels that are. You know what? Y'all can give me I guess an investigation? Well, I guess. You know what? Let's start with the perception, and it's not with disadvantage because you're underground and not in the rain.
Everyone or just those in front?
Everyone who goes in the caves.
Okay.
I'm feeling really lucky about this. Oh.
1995. So a 19 and a 25 would net you the observation that despite the fact that they have, makeshift scaffolding up, the scaffolding is not necessarily keeping the rain out. So, you'd be getting like every so often like drips of water that have seeped through the topsoil, and you definitely notice that there's moisture down here and a good bit of it. But with the higher rolls like the 19 and 25, you would definitely see that some of the tunnels have fallen in, but not like a cave in, but more like mud, like a mudslide in certain areas. Like the scaffolding is only was holding up like the compacted dirt, but the fact that it's been so rainy has made they might have to utilize some other engineering techniques to combat the rain, or just dig deeper until the rain isn't that much of an issue.
Um, but we're not running into anyone as we're going down this tunnel, or I guess hearing voices or anything.
Nope.
The Price will
Oh,
turn
yes.
back to everyone. Well, and we don't know what we're supposed to be doing here to help them. They just needed help.
They needed help with something, and they also found something we were supposed to look at.
You think maybe they needed help? Like they were being attacked, and that's why we can't find anyone?
Or did they need help with all this water? You don't know.
Well, looking around with a 19, would I have seen signs of a struggle or like blood or anything like that?
Nope.
Well, I'll relay that to the team. And if there was, a struggle and they were fighting against someone, then I would assume we would actually see signs of that here.
If
But
it's
it
just
actually,
because of the water, they're just somewhere else, too.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well,
We could
let's
try
continue
putting
on.
out some bait.
Feet.
We could also just keep following their tunnels down until we find
Good
someone.
idea.
I'm good for keep going.
All
I'm
right.
gonna unsheath a pair of daggers and then crouch as I walk.
Better safe than sorry.
We're here to help them.
Help who?
The more
More
people.
I thought we were here to hunt, kill, and prepare moles for the town.
Oh no, 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 no. If that's what you're thinking, you should probably put the daggers away. We're here to help the mole people
Why?
because they're our allies.
Isn't that our mission?
That is.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to assist them, not assassinate them.
I keep walking with the daggers out anyway, but just nod and follow.
We'll
right.
continue on then.
So you continue on for a good 5-10 minutes. All these tunnels are in similar condition, not consistently, but just certain areas seem to be impacted more by the rain than others. Until it just comes to a dead end.
Well,
Was this here before?
I don't think we went this far.
You
Were
think
there
the
any
way
other-
would have a path?
do we miss any offshoots?
Well,
did we?
We went right instead of left
Well,
when
maybe we should.
when we first walked in.
Maybe we should go back
zigged
the
when we
other way?
should have zagged.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
I missed the sign that said Albuquerque.
See, I was just thinking that. Like, did we miss our turn to Albuquerque?
As long as we're not in Transylvania, we'll be fine. So double back.
Like, well, guess we'll check the other way.
All right.
Looks like Kaito's leading the way now.
I didn't know. I thought I was like in the middle of the pack because I can't really see in the dark.
Oh, fair. Well, if
So-
you were at the end, I will go ahead.
So you go the
Yeah.
other way. And you know, it's another 10-15 minutes of walking on top of the initial to get here. And it eventually comes to another dead end.
Did they switch tunnels entirely?
Must
Maybe.
have.
Huh?
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, Kaido said what they do is switch tunnels on us. Or something like that. I'm very tired. I'm so sorry.
If you want, I can try to find them for you.
How would you do
I'm
that?
very good at this. I
I
take that
mean-
as the go ahead and I cup my hands around my mouth.
Oh,
and
don't
I
yell
just
when we're in a
yell
tunnel.
as loud as I possibly
no.
can for mole people.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna slam my hands over my ears.
Like I want to say obnoxiously loud. Like he's always just kind of like unimpressed, monotone, right? Like this. But this is like it kind of it's a more of a goblin scratchy screechiness. They like nails on like glass, like clawing down, right?
Oh my god.
Is there anything I
No,
can roll
really
for
not.
volume to see how loud I could possibly get?
Like on
we
the
can probably
scale
have it
of
be like Constitution based.
on a
Yell from the
scale
dark.
of
Feel
I
unlucky.
can hear you 10 miles away versus you've collapsed the tunnel on top of us loud.
Yeah.
Because that would be unfortunate. I really don't want to be covered in muddy dirt.
It's too late. This whole time I've been spreading mud all over my face and arms. But that's when I thought we were hunting. And then I was like getting low to the ground.
So you yell very loudly. But acoustically, it doesn't really bounce very well on account of the terrain. So pretty much your party hears you yell really loud, screechy, goblin-y. But that's about all that happens.
Yeah, they're all dead. We should go back to town and let them know.
Well,
But we don't know they're dead. They're just not
right.
where we knew they were before. They did talk about moving closer to town, but I think we would have seen that, wouldn't we?
I'd like to look around. I don't know if maybe be investigation, to see if there are, if I can identify how long it's been since they've been working on this, or maybe some signs that might lead us to another tunnel entrance, or maybe there's a hidden side tunnel that we missed. Would that be investigation? Oh, I'm muted. Oh no, I'm not muted.
Yep, because that would be
All
the
right.
closest thing I can think of that would be applicable.
Oh, I forgot I had my luck. It was more than one. Since I'm still getting accustomed to that, can I say I would have used lucky?
I will
If
say
not, then
this will be the last freebie of the luck roll because we are trying
Sounds
to
good
use
to
the
me.
system.
that sounds good. I'm also very tired, so let's see.
Oh, nice to meet you. Very tired.
Well, thank you. Good to be here. That would be this one.
I believe you have a friend in here. They are also very tired, right, Kaido?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So that would be. So I'll just roll it again because it'll be advantage. That's right.
I have no idea how much I've been yawning for the past hour.
At least once.
I've been muting
Why
for
roll
most
it
of them.
one? That's funny. Okay. Well,
That's
that was
one better
super
than
helpful.
before.
It is. Well, everybody, maybe we should all take a look around and see if we can find signs of where they could have gone.
Kaido is going to just look at you like, I can barely see shit in here. He's not
We're
going to
like-
be able to help you.
We're like, Kaido, just you listen out for us, all right? As long as
Okay.
you're not deafened from gnomes calling out.
I don't know if I am. I hope I'm not.
AKA OOC, would anybody else like to roll for investigation?
Yeah.
Since I got a 12.
I would definitely go back to crouching, and this time I'm hunting for people instead of animals. But I've still got the daggers out as low to the ground as I can get. I want to turn over rocks. If there's any signs or like claw marks or anything indicative of like where somebody has gone or if they were under attack, just looking for any kind of sign. And I'm also feeling lucky about it. What do I roll? Investigation?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
15.
You feel like if you got any lower to the ground, that you would just be sunk in mud. So with a 15, you're looking around. So it might not necessarily be what you're looking for per se, but the investigation would yield. So you're getting down low, turning rocks, looking to and fro, looking for tracks or anything, any signs of people.
Yeah, we're
And-
Blue's Clues in it here. I've got my handy dandy notepad, right? Notebook.
Oh yeah. Yep. And as you're doing so, you just can't help but think the caves have been collapsing due to the rain. And then once you get to like the dead end, you kind of realize that this is also very similar to some of the cave-ins. Just how the mud
Ooh.
is distributed, how it's, when you walk up to it, it's like, oh, it's just a wall of dirt. But then you look at it, it's like, wait, but then it kind of
Yeah.
has like this angle to it that looks like more of a collapse than
I'm gonna
sealing it
start
off.
digging. Dig my little goblin hands into this mud wall and just start going.
which is very easy to do so because it's like you realize how soft the soil is at this point that even you can dig through it with relative ease. Now the side problem complication is that the soil is so loose that when you dig, it just kind of florps and fills back in. So it would probably take more than one person to do it, or to just try and clear this entirely. Because you'd probably get,
All
I
right.
don't know,
Well, then I'm
maybe
gonna do
stick your
another
head in.
shout as loud as I can then, and I'm just gonna shout, "Tunnel collapse." I wanted to come off as like a 1980s, like I'm screaming into a busted microphone. Like I go up an octave when I get to the word collapse. Like you pull up at fast food and you hear through the speaker just, screechy tunnel collapse.
Collapse.
Like I'm probably gonna do a bad job, like kind of like that, but super high pitched and loud.
Like a rock
I don't know.
star.
Yeah,
Slightly off key.
yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody in your party heard that.
That's what it was for. It was for them to help me dig, and I'm just gonna keep digging.
Dig, 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 dig. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole.
I'll come over and help.
All right, all
Hey,
right.
Vimac.
What are we helping with? Kaido's
Or,
falling asleep at their desk.
familiars maybe help?
Yeah.
Or what?
Oh,
What?
this isn't a dead end. This is a collapse for the tunnel, so the mole people would be on the other side, presumably, or who knows how long it goes. But
Would
it's.
my pick be useful? 'Cause I have a pick.
I'm just using my fingers as tiny scoopers. I scoot over so Kaido can fit in.
Yeah, scoot. He's gonna try using his pick. What do I attempt to? Can I just do it or?
So, moving mud. Let's see. Well, I guess how you going about it? Like, because you do.
He's just gonna wail at it with his pick.
With the pick.
I have that miner's pick. Yeah.
All right. So you swing the pick, and it goes through like, well, mud. And you come to the realization that a mining pick is probably not the best way to clear muddy soil.
I mean,
It kind of slurps in, just like, and then you pull it back
yeah, but
out.
once
It's
it's
like
in, you pull it out and it loosens up the dirt and moves it out of the way. So
consistency. Let's see here. So basically, it's a consistency thing. Like it's not just like dirt. It's dirt that's just so infused with like water. So it's just really muddy. More liquidy. Think like a melting ice cream. That kind of
And how is it
consistency.
staying in a
that
seal
case,
of the
can I just turn around and kick it?
tumble?
If it's just muddy dirt, kicking it would just unclog the hole, right?
You can always try.
I'm gonna do it.
Give me a athletics check.
I'll inspo that. Fuck that.
So you turn around.
I'm inspoing it. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. That's much better.
And that's from
The nat 20 I rolled today.
Yep. Okay, so 25. So it's a good thing Gnome gave you space to do this. Because if it was slightly miscalculated, you might have just yeeted Gnome into like a mud wall.
Through the dirt. Oh god, that would have been terrible.
Which Gnome might actually think that's probably expected.
That would have been a fun way to go.
But no, he did have to move. So.
So you start kicking this mud wall, and you do manage to like clear a bit of it, not necessarily in the most elegant or subtle of ways, but you're kicking
Here's
it, and the
Johnny.
mud's just like going everywhere, all over everybody who's trying to dig. It's like everybody, like people walk up to like this a point in the ground, they like start using their shovels to dig, and then somebody just rolls up and throws TNT into the hole.
Okay. Sorry. It wouldn't be so funny if I wasn't so tired. I'm so sorry.
You've created a mud explosion.
All right. Did I get through though?
Not quite through. You're not necessarily sure how
Not even
far
a
it
little
goes.
bit.
You've cleared a good bit of it from where your origin point is, but you're
Is
just
it
not sure how deep
clear
it goes.
enough that I could shove either a goblin or a gnome through.
I mean, you can always try. That it's extremely loose.
I think
mud soil.
I think the question was so the tunnel hasn't been cleared, but is there at least an opening into the other part of the tunnel?
Yeah, can we see the other side?
You don't see another side yet.
Oh. I probably would just kick it again then. Be perfectly honest. I would
Well,
just kick it again.
before Kaito kicks it again, I'm gonna go in and just kind of use like my arms to like pull huge like armfuls just out of the way, kind of clear it out and make room for another giant centaur kick.
And then I would also like to back into this wall and then, mule kick it. Like put my hands flat on the ground and then just start kicking it just like Kaito's doing.
That's teamwork right there.
You want another roll, PM?
Yep. Athletics.
Can I do one?
Yes,
Oh,
you can.
no. I can't install that one. My excuse is that now that Gnome is also there kicking, he's trying to be more careful. Don't need to splatter a gnome against the ground.
Well, it's not a nat 1, so you don't kick Gnome into it.
Yeah. But I would imagine he'd be holding back because of Gnome being there, so that's my excuse for the 9.
Little bits of mud and dirt that's like showering me right now, and I'm just kicking the hell out of this wall.
So what's Price and Viback doing seeing this scene?
Really fucking eating popcorn.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting back, scratching my head, like trying to figure out the motivation behind all of the behavior.
Every couple moments, Price is just prestidigitationing himself and Vimac. And then I'm assuming that, like,
Oh no! And then I'm like, I can take care of myself, and I start prestidigitating myself.
so
in
we're just
response.
tapping
So we're
each
just
other.
doing ourselves.
every couple moments, we're just, another splash of mud goes off. We're just kind of standing there. It's just like, yeah, it's probably time for another one.
So basically, you guys cannot keep up with prestidigitation with how much mud they're flinging everywhere. It's like you cast it,
Yeah.
and as you're mid-cast and the cast finishes, there's already like another wave of mud coming towards you.
Have we found the other side yet?
I think Gnome's the opposite. So right now, you would like somebody would have to take your word that this is a goblin because they're just so coded. It's just a small creature that looks like a mud monster, right? Like Muck from Pokemon.
I love it.
You sure you're not a Grimer?
Maybe I'm a Grimer. I don't remember which is which.
Muck is the evolution. The bigger one.
Right, I'll be a Grimer, but with boots.
With the fur?
No, with mud.
Can we see to the other side yet? Or we got to hit it again?
I guess the question is, how many more tries, or how much more time do you want to spend on it? Because that will determine what answer I provide you.
Hour and a half.
Is that the consensus?
Sure.
That's a good amount of time. I'm fine with it.
I mean, this is where nowhere else we really need to be. This is where we're supposed to be. So
And no more hands, just only kicks. And I just keep backing up, and then I'll push my hands off the ground to get a little deeper. Kick, kick, kick. Push a little deeper. Kick, kick. And then hopefully I'm making like a tiny
Kaido'd be
tunnel
doing that.
next to Kaido's big one.
All right. Let's go with just to sort of expedite a little bit. Let's see, another hour and a half. Let's say 2 more athletics checks for both of you.
Here's one. Here's the second one. Gonna finish strong.
Actually, I want to use my inspiration for that last one. Hey, Rick.
Hey.
When the goblin starts kicking walls better than the centaur. Okay.
Hey. I'm trying not to hit him because I know
That's
he's
true.
down there. So he's holding back a
And
little bit.
I don't have any concern about that. I'm just going like buck wild right now.
Yeah.
So,
It makes sense for his rolls to be a little lower right now.
with all the effort and poor Vimac and Price constantly
I mean, they could just wait till we're done and do it once.
they could, but they didn't.
They didn't. They're probably going to be more exhausted from constantly doing that magic to keep themselves clean than we are digging.
It's also good arcane practice, right? The more you do it, the better you get at it, right? That's
Yeah.
how that works.
Oh, maybe.
They're just- It is just a cantrip, so more practice.
Yep.
I hit things.
So-
I don't know magic stuff.
So you get the feeling with all of your hard work, effort, and mud explosions that you have kicked through. I was gonna say opened up, but really kicked through.
I mean,
kicked
it
through
is
this-
opening up. Just by violence.
This wall of mood. And on the other side, well, I mean, you could just kind of see it a little bit. But yeah, on the other side, as you have made a hole in the wall, that's where we'll wrap up the session.
that was a lot of work, you guys.
Once we know we're broken through, Kaido would turn and offer Noma hand back up. Hey, go kick him.
And a sigh of relief probably for Vimac and Price as they could finally stop casting prestidigitation. They probably would have done, because it was an hour and a half of them doing this, so there was probably certain points where they just, you know, when you say like a word a lot and then you just start like trying to say spaghetti for an hour and a half without being like scapetti.
Forget.
Just stops making sense after a while.
It's like prestidigitation or just like prestidigitation, but the spell still goes off.
But yeah, after they break through, Kaido would help Noma up and also like, are you sure you don't have any centaur in you? Because of how well he was just sticking with them.
Okay.
Oh, did he run away already? Who?
So I had
Wow.
to get a baby. What?
Oh. Did you hear anything Kaido said to Gnome?
I did not. Sorry.
Well, after we break through, Kaido would have offered you a hand up and say, that was some good kicking. You sure you don't have any centaur in you?
I'm gonna squint suspiciously.
Do I know it suspiciously?
And I'm gonna say no.
Good kicking.
You have a little goblin in you.
Don't think so.
I almost said it. I didn't though. I was thinking Austin Powers, and I almost went with the little clone mini me. No, I'm not gonna do it.
I don't know the joke you're wanting to make.
Roll.
I
Do you want
think
one?
we could tell that you don't know the joke because that was it was like
I'm sorry, I don't know the
moments of waiting.
joke. So wait, what's the
Who was
joke?
gonna say it?
Huh?
It's, do you have a little goblin in you? And then you'd be like, no. And then I'd be like, do you want one?
Um,
Think dirty.
Yes, sex joke.
oh, you're talking about making baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too tired. Does he actually say that or no?
No.
Okay.
But he
If
was
we did,
suspicious
I
that
don't
you were
think-
gonna say it to him.
Kind of
Since-
honestly, just like I think we're the wrong genders for that. That would be his honest response to something like that. Oh god.
All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up there. We got some sleepy folks. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Had some technical difficulties, but you know. So I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And hopefully we'll catch you again tomorrow, which will be back on Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific. It's the usual non-D&D time. We do this for use on the Yubles Tubles. We do this on Twitch TV/Cube222. So, you know, if ever you're curious when I'm going live and doing stuff, you know, you can pop on over, say what's up, say hi. I don't bite. But yeah, thanks for being here. And I guess until tomorrow. Or for use on the YouTubes until I get this uploaded and for the next week. Bye. And until then, try not to party too hardy. And splitting the party is not always the best of ideas. But players will learn that someday. Anyway,